Act Two, Scene 1, 1985. Day, the Sonoran Desert in the United States, close to the Mexican border. There are personal belongings scattered around, including Lucia's backpack. A human skull and a few human bones can be seen on stage. There's a tree with several plastic gallons of water hanging from its branches. A white flag with a painted symbol of 3 blue drops of water stands high above the tree. Coyote 1 and Coyote 2 are 2 Hispanic-looking men. They're wearing boots. There's the sound of a gunshot and a scream. Lights up. 3 bodies lie on the ground. They appear to have been killed. One of the bodies is Lucia. She lies behind a dry bush, a distance separated from the other 2 bodies. She's wearing the same jeans and shoes as in the previous scene. One body is shoeless and the soles of his feet are visibly burned. The other body has shoes with melted soles. Coyote 1, who appears to have been on top of Lucia, is pulling his pants up.
Man, this bitch is as dry as the Sonoran.
Coyote 2 is picking the dead bodies for jewelry, watches, etc.
Cabron, who fucks a dead woman? You got any vergüenza left? Apúrate. Los federales will be here soon.
Coyote 1 cuts the bottom of Lucia's backpack with a blade and finds a tight roll of $100. He flips the bills to assess the amount.
Orale.
Coyote number 1 stuffs the roll of dollars in his pants pocket.
Oh, vergüenza? Mano, we both lost that a long time ago.
Now speak for yourself. I pray to La Morena every night.
Coyote 1 inspects a passport from one of the bodies.
Híjole, this man was from Turkey.
Yeah, looking for his American dream.
Mano, El Chingon was a doctor.
And all his dreams were gonna come true when he entered the promised land.
That's why he didn't speak while we were walking. I'll get something good for this.
Orale, we need to go now.
Both men go to the tree and each grab a gallon of water. They both take long sips and begin exiting.
They found their American dream.
Better to die with one than to live without a dream.
The 2 men exit. There's silence for a moment. Enter Samaritan Paul and Samaritan Carrie, carrying gallons of water. Samaritan Paul is an older man. Samaritan Carrie is a younger woman. Both are wearing ball caps with the same blue drop symbol that's on the flag over the tree. They both have a light sunburn, appear sweaty, and are wearing light long-sleeve shirts and boots.
I know this isn't the day we're supposed to check the station, but something tells me to come here today.
When I volunteered to do this, I didn't realize the heat was so brutal.
Just drink water constantly and keep your skin covered. It's normal to feel heat exhaustion on your first few days. You'll get used to it.
I'm from Wisconsin. I'll never get used to this heat.
I'm from Maine. I've been doing this for 5 years. Most people don't have the slightest clue as to the amount of water they need to survive this desert.
The bottles at the last station were split open. Was it the heat?
No, activists. They follow us. They're as committed as we are.
As they approach the center of the stage, they discover the first 2 bodies.
Oh, my God.
Samaritan Carrie kneels next to the bodies and checks for a pulse.
This is why I was being called here today, to witness.
We're too late.
If it's not the heat, it's those damn coyotes.
Oh my, look at these feet, they're burnt.
Cheap shoes.
The soles of these shoes are... I've never seen anything like this.
Get used to it.
It had to be excruciatingly painful to walk on these feet. Why do people do this?
You'd have to be in their shoes. I don't pretend to understand.
Samaritan Paul busily searches the pockets.
No documents, nothing.
Vultures are starting to circle.
Help me here. We need to find something to identify them, to let their families know.
Samaritan Paul picks up a few scattered photos.
These might help. Let's walk the area and check around the shrubs.
Samaritan Carrie searches behind the bushes and finds Lucia.
There's one more here.
Samaritan Carrie kneels next to Lucia. Lucia moans.
She's alive! Bring water!
Samaritan Paul grabs a bottle of water and rushes to Lucia's side.
Oh, she's very weak. Hurry, let's take her to the prayer house, to Dr. Wilson.
Wait, aren't we supposed to turn them over to Border Patrol?
Yes, but we won't. Not this time. We can't. We're her only chance.
Okay, that's what they told us to do at training, but you're the boss.
Yeah, I'll bring the truck closer.
Samaritan Paul exits quickly. Blackout. End of scene. Scene 2, 1991. Morning. An American consulate. The American flag and a framed picture of President George H.W. Bush are prominently displayed. Consular clerk is different than in Act 1. He's sitting behind the glass. A U.S. Marine is standing close to the window. An older Ruben, with a bruised face and broken arm on his sling, is standing next to the counter.
Wow, what happened to you?
Car accident.
File number.
343455.
Consular clerk inputs the number.
I applied about 12 years ago and I haven't heard anything. Can you please check my status?
It's a long waiting list. People that have preferential status move faster, and I see here, Mr. Garcia Martinez, that you haven't declared a preferential status. Let's see, we probably need to update your application. Has your civil status changed?
No.
You're not married?
No.
You understand, Mr. Garcia Martinez, you must be truthful. If we catch a lie in your application, it'll be denied.
I understand.
May I see your passport?
Ruben passes his passport under the glass. Consular clerk inspects the passport.
Mr. Garcia Martinez, your passport has expired. When you first applied, you were told you must maintain this passport valid at all times while you're in this process. This problem must be corrected immediately, and you must bring me a valid passport. Do you understand?
Yes, but can you tell me how much longer I have to wait?
First, you need to bring in a valid passport.
Yeah, it costs money and a full day's work to renew a passport.
Don't you know that you have to prove you have adequate financial means in order to immigrate to the United States? It's a requirement for approval.
Yes. I'll renew my passport. But, can you tell me how much longer I have to wait?
We'll send you a letter 12 months before your interview.
Consular clerk turns off his microphone and turns his attention to his computer. Ruben taps the glass with his knuckles.
Excuse me. Hey, excuse me. Hey, can you please just tell...
The U.S. Marine moves quickly toward Ruben.
Sir, please step away from the window. I said step away from the window now.
Blackout. End of scene. Scene 3, 1987. Day, a school in a city in the United States. An 8-year-old Katya is standing next to her desk. Teacher is standing with her right hand on her heart. The U.S. Pledge of Allegiance plays on the intercom.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
Katya,
States of
put
America
your hand on your heart.
and to
Repeat
the
the
republic
words.
for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Katya, you're in America now. The Pledge of Allegiance is the first thing you have to learn. You have to put your right hand over your heart. That means you're serious, that you promise with all your heart. Do you understand? You have to learn the words. Repeat them all the time until you learn them. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Comprende? Let's try it. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance.
I
Pledge. Pledge.
pledge
No, listen to me. Pledge.
pledge
Allegiance. Allegiance.
allegiance.
Blackout. End of scene. Scene 4, 1994. Daybreak, Lucia's apartment. A small and simple apartment in a city in the U.S. A tired Lucia arrives from work. She's carrying a heavy shoulder bag and wearing a cleaning uniform with a big logo for Speedy Clean stamped on the back. From this point on, Lucia walks awkwardly because of a bad leg. She puts on a kettle and removes her work shoes and puts on some old slippers. She uses a landline to call Don Francisco.
Hi, Father. Did I wake you up?
No, Mia. I was just reading. Us old people don't need much sleep. What are you doing up so early? Getting ready for work?
Lucia begins fixing herself a cup of tea and then gets busy preparing a lunchbox for Katya.
Yes, getting ready. But I wanted to know, how did your doctor visit go yesterday? What did he say?
He said, I'm doing fine. Just getting older.
Are you telling me the truth?
Of course. There's nothing for you to worry about. I'm quite healthy for my age. But how are you? Tell me, what kind of work are you doing now?
I'm working in a large architect office.
In an office?
Yes, people are really nice to me. My boss likes me so much. He told me that when my English improves, I can move to become an architect's assistant.
Oh, that's nice, Mia. Soon you'll get your career back.
Someday. Maybe. Father, how's Ruben?
Good. He's completely recuperated from the accident.
That's good to hear. I worry about him.
I never understood why the two of you did not marry.
It's complicated. Will you give him my love?
Sure. How's my granddaughter?
She's still asleep. She misses you. Treasures every letter you send her.
Lucia sets the lunchbox on the counter and sits at the kitchen table. Lucia inspects her red, swollen hands and massages them with hand lotion.
Well, she never writes back.
Oh, young people these days. They don't do much handwriting. They're lazy about that. But you'd be proud of her. She's captain of her soccer team this year.
I wish I could see her play.
Katya is fearless on the field.
That's my granddaughter.
You'll also be happy to know she's talking about studying medicine.
A healer. Yes, just like my father.
It's in her blood.
I knew it.
Father, are the $200 a month enough?
Teenage Katya enters. She's getting her book bag ready for school.
Yes, Mija, it's more than enough.
If you need more, you let me know. Okay?
Yes. But more importantly, when will you come home? Katia will turn 15 soon. Her quinceañera has to be here. I want to see her become a señorita.
Soon. I'm working on it.
Please give me that joy.
Lucia cups the phone and motions Katya to come to the phone.
It's Grandpa. He wants to talk to you.
Katya excitedly takes the phone from Lucia.
Hola, abuelito. Yes, I'm doing well. I'm studying history, biology, and computer science this semester. Hold on. Mom, how do you say computer science in Spanish?
Lucia shrugs and walks to a bookcase in the room where she picks up a dictionary and begins looking up the words.
Grandpa, did you watch the World Cup Series game? No, the cable we have didn't carry it. Uh-huh. What? Uh, hold on. Un momento, por favor. Mom, he's speaking too fast. I don't understand a word he's saying.
Katya hands the phone to Lucia, and Lucia gives Katya the open dictionary.
Sí, papa. Sí. Sí.
Ciencias de computación.
Okay. Adios. I'll try calling tomorrow.
Lucia hangs up.
He was saying that he had someone at the door.
Mom, where's my lunch? I'm running late. Henry's driving me to school and
Lucia grabs the metal Stanley construction grade lunchbox that's on the counter and sets it on the table for Katya.
What's that?
Your lunchbox. I bought it at a garage sale. Do you like it?
Oh no, it's not. I'll never carry that. You want everyone in school to make fun of me?
Your lunch will stay hot. It's a $30.
Katya opens the box and pulls out a Tupperware container with rice and beans.
Beans again? You've got to be kidding me.
It's healthy. Good for you.
Why can't you fix pizza? Hamburgers? We're in America, Mom.
Katya grabs her school bag and swings it over her shoulder.
God, you just don't understand anything.
Katya exits in a huff, leaving her lunch behind. Blackout. End of scene. Scene 5. Afternoon. The backyard behind the Medina house. The avocado plant is now a large tree loaded with fruit. An aged and sick Don Francisco is in a wheelchair under the shade of the avocado tree playing chess with Ruben.
Your turn, Don Francisco.
Wait, I'm thinking. I let you beat me last week, but you won't be that lucky today.
Don Francisco makes a move on the table.
There.
It's nice back here. This avocado gives a nice shade. And I really never imagined that little plant you brought home so long ago would grow this big.
Good dirt, strong roots.
And somebody that takes good care of it.
Ruben makes a move.
That was when we first transplanted it. Now I can't care for my garden anymore. But the tree is strong. Its long roots find water on their own.
Don Francisco, how's Lucia doing?
Oh, really well. She called this morning. She was getting ready to go to her office. Her boss is going to promote her to assistant architect soon.
Wonderful. When is she coming back to visit you?
I'm waiting on that. She tells me it'll be soon.
Have you told her you're not doing too well? Does she know about the wheelchair?
No need to worry about her with that. She has enough on her hands raising a teenager alone.
She would want to know.
Don Francisco makes a move.
I went into Claudia's room this morning, and I found 2 books I was going to read to her when she was old enough.
Oh?
You see, it took her too young. I'm worried about her.
Huh?
She's not getting a good, solid education. She's not learning about us, about her family.
Well, she's learning all the things she needs in the new country she lives in now.
You don't understand. I'm talking about our stories. The stories your grandpa told you when you were a kid. You remember?
Yeah, some.
Katia is growing up with no stories, with no history.
Katia will be fine, Don Francisco. You told me last time that Lucia said Katia speaks perfect English. No accent. Just that will open doors for her.
Speaking English is not everything.
It sure helps a lot.
Katia discovered the world in Spanish. She's memorized the words in English.
She speaks both languages.
Even if she speaks a foreign language now, her roots are here. She'll struggle until she understands that. Generations of Medinas on this land will call back to her.
Ruben makes a move on the board.
But you didn't expect that.
This morning, Lucia told me Katia wants to be a doctor. That's my father's spirit manifesting itself inside of her. We come from a long line of curanderos, of healers.
Don Francisco, Katia's future will be better than if she'd stayed here. She'll be fine.
No, I'm afraid my little one will wander for a long time, searching for her way home.
Well, maybe she is home. Maybe this is not home anymore. After all, she's an American now.
One without roots.
Don Francisco moves the last piece on the board.
Checkmate.
Well, not again. God, I've only beat you once.
And that was because I was under the weather.
Don Francisco starts setting the chess pieces on the table again.
I was at the consulate this morning.
Really? You're still following up with that? I thought you'd given up a long time ago.
No, I check on my progress every couple of years. It's a very slow-moving list, but I have a feeling I'm really close now. That any day I get the letter for my interview.
Things are better here. There's no curfew.
They're better than when Lucia and Diego left, but things haven't changed for me.
How long have you been at the school now?
I'm not at the school anymore. I'm driving Diego's taxi now, full time.
What happened?
After the accident, I had some problems with the school administration.
Oh?
I just can't meet ends meet.
Oh, can't you find a job in another school?
No. I'm blacklisted.
Ruben, you are a nice, well-educated man. I'm surprised that after all these years you haven't found a good woman to marry. Life is easier when you have somebody to share it with.
I had somebody many years ago.
Lucia is not coming back.
Lucia has always been my best friend. The person I loved was murdered.
Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. You're a good man, Ruben.
Don Francisco finishes setting the chess table.
Another game?
Blackout. End of scene. Scene 6, 1997. Night in a sweatshop. There's a clock on the wall. The time is 7:45 p.m. There's a rolling rack of finished prom dresses on the side. Lucia, noticeably older, is working on a sewing machine station. She's finishing a dress. Coworker Gloria is working at the next station. The sound of more sewing machines hum in the background.
I'm just about finished with this sleeve. I only have the hem to finish.
I'm almost done too.
It's almost 8. I want to get home to have dinner with my daughter. We just don't do that anymore. Back home, my father would always wait up for me to have dinner. Didn't matter when I got home, if it was really late. He always waited.
Nobody waits for anybody here. My children fix their own dinner, their own lunch, and they eat when they feel like it.
I miss sitting at the table and sharing a plate of potatoes and rice.
Lucia finishes the sleeve, pulls the dress from the machine, and shakes it.
Potatoes and rice?
It was dinner when there was nothing else left in the pantry. Funny how I miss that now.
You don't miss the potatoes and rice. You miss your father and dinner time.
Maybe. I just know my daughter is growing up so fast, and I'll miss her when she goes off to college.
College?
Yes. My girl is a really good soccer player and a straight A student. She got a scholarship to the university. I'm really proud of her. Gloria, how did you end up here?
My cousin recommended me. You know, you have to have connections.
No, I mean, how did you end up in this country?
That's a long story. I came for just a few years, and a few years turned into 10, then 15, 20, and here I am, 24 years, still here.
I told myself the same thing, just for a few years. It's now 10 years and 8 months.
Lucia puts the dress back on the machine and starts hemming. We hear the sound of her machine for a beat.
The other day, I realized I've been absent from all birthdays, weddings, funerals, and my family for over a decade. I feel like my memories are blurring.
Your family is here. Let go.
It's not that easy.
The daughter, the sister, the girlfriend, all those that you were, stayed behind, stayed home, far away. They will never be again.
You make it sound like it's as easy as taking your coat off. Don't you think about your family?
I don't dwell on it. We make new families. My children are Americans. Their families will grow here.
Have you been back to visit?
What kind of question is that? You know there's no getting out of our gilded cages.
What if your father or mother were to pass?
They both have. And each time I've grieved from a distance.
I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
Gloria stands to hang the finished dress she's been working on. She begins putting plastic wrap over the gowns that are finished.
Lucia, all your friends and family back home would die for a chance to be in your shoes right now. True?
I guess.
You send some money home every month and they think you've made it big. True?
Yes.
Well, doesn't that make you feel good? Everybody that you know back home envies your lucky stars.
But they're not lucky stars.
Who cares about that? The truth would be a disappointment. It's all about the illusion. Like this dress, these ruffles, it'll make some girl believe that she's beautiful for a night. That's all that matters.
I used to believe I could work my way out of poverty. This job pays a little more than the cleaning job I used to have.
This is better than cleaning. The chemicals were hard on my hands.
You know, I used to be an architect.
For real? You went to the university?
Yes, for 6 long years.
Graduated and all?
With honors.
No, that's why you overthink everything. Books were never my thing. I dreamed that one day I would model beautiful dresses with silver needle heels.
A runway model.
I had the looks and the curves.
Nice.
Boss enters. He's a middle-aged man. Gloria stops in her tracks and hurries to hang the dress on the rack.
Are you two finished yet?
Almost.
Good.
Lucia's finishing the hem of the last one.
Good. They'll be picked up first thing in the morning. Gloria, you can go. I'll see you tomorrow. I need you to see me in my office before you leave.
Boss exits.
What do you think he wants?
I don't know.
Gloria gathers her things to leave.
Congratulations on your daughter's scholarship. Just remember, she's waiting for you at home. Good night.
Gloria exits. The stage goes dark on the work area and lights up on the boss's office. Boss is sitting behind a desk in a small, cluttered office. A family picture is on his desk. Lucia enters.
You wanted to see me, sir?
How long have you been with us, Lucia?
It'll be 3 months at the end of the week.
3 months? That's a long time. I think you deserve some rest.
Rest? Are you firing me, sir? Did I do something wrong? Please, I really need the work.
No, I'm not firing you. I just want you to take some rest time. Don't come to the shop tomorrow.
Will I get paid for the work I've done till today?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't cheat you out of your money. You disappoint me, Lucia. What a terrible thing for you to think.
When can I come back?
I'll call you when we need you back.
Well, is there anything I can do to get my job back?
The boss moves closer to Lucia.
Well, since you ask, I can think of a few things you can do.
Lucia bites her lip and stands still. Boss moves closer and starts massaging her breasts and then forcefully pushes her down on her knees. Lights out.
Be real nice to me, bitch.
End of scene. Scene 7. Night at Lucia's apartment. Katya is working on her homework. A box of partially eaten pizza is on the kitchen table. Lucia, looking defeated, enters. Katya jumps from the sofa to greet Lucia.
Mom, I'm so glad you're finally home. I've been waiting for you. I have to tell you, I have found the perfect car.
No, Katya. I'm really tired today.
Katie, Mom. Katie, how many times do I have to tell you that I'm not Katya? I'm Katie.
You'll always be my Katya.
You just don't understand anything.
Lucia puts her bag down, removes her coat, and heads for the shower. Katya goes to the kitchen and starts eating a piece of pizza. After a long shower, Lucia enters with a robe and slippers.
That was a really long shower.
I'm tired. Let me rest for a minute.
Lucia sits on the sofa, hugs a pillow, puts her feet up, and closes her eyes.
Okay, did you rest enough?
What is it?
I found the car I want to buy.
What? A car?
Yes, it's red exactly like I dreamed it.
What?
It's a surprise. I've been saving all of my babysitting money for the last year for this. Henry and I are going to go see it tomorrow.
Katya, are you crazy? You don't know how to drive.
Oh, not a problem. Henry's been teaching me. I'm a fast learner. And I can get my driver's license in 2 weeks. When I turn 17, Henry is going to take me to take the test. It'll be perfect.
Katya, you can't get a driver's license.
Why? You're not going to let me? You won't have to put up any money. I'm paying for everything.
What about insurance? You have to buy insurance. Have you thought about that?
Yes. I'll start tutoring after school. I can tutor math and biology. I figured that plus my weekend babysitting should be enough to pay insurance. And gas. Think about it, Mom. When my soccer team goes to tournaments, we can drive and it'll be cheaper. It's going to be awesome.
Katya, you can't get a driver's license.
Mom, why are you being so mean? I thought you'd be happy for me. I never cause you any trouble. My grades are always good. I'll be able to drive you to the beach. See the sunrise? Like you've always talked about wanting to do, Mom. We'll do it. Mom.
Come here.
Katya moves to sit next to Lucia.
Katya, I'm not being mean. I just don't want you to get hurt. I'm trying to protect you.
Mom, I'm older now. You know I'm very responsible. I'll be a really responsible driver. You'll never have to worry about me.
I know, mi amor. But I know that you would be a very responsible driver, but you cannot get a driver's license.
Why?
You need to show papers for that.
What? Pedro and Cecilia have theirs, and they're like us. What are you talking about?
The laws changed. When Pedro and Cecilia got their licenses, they didn't have to show papers.
No, that can't be.
I'm sorry, mija.
No. That can't be. All of my friends are getting their licenses. Everybody knows I've been saving for a car. What am I going to say now? Nobody in school knows. I've never told anybody.
Just tell them that I didn't let you get the car. Blame it on me.
No driver's license. Mom, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to me? And what about Henry? I've never told him anything.
Calm down, mija. We'll figure something out.
Figure it out? Mom, what are you saying? You know you can't fix this.
You don't need to tell Henry anything.
He'll ask nonstop until he gets an answer. He'll figure it out.
Tell him I'm afraid of cars. That I absolutely will not let you drive a car. That my brother, your uncle, died in a bad car accident.
My uncle?
Yes.
We've been planning this for a long time. With the car, I'll be able to visit him in college next semester.
You can still find a way to visit him. Nothing has changed.
Why, Mom? Why? I just want to be like everybody else. I hate this. I hate this life.
Katya runs out of the room. Blackout. End of scene. Scene 8. Several months later. Morning in Lucia's apartment. Lucia is in the living room when the phone rings.
Lucia? He's gone.
Oh, God.
It was in his sleep. It was peaceful. I am so sorry, Lucia.
Lucia holds back crying.
Thank you, my friend.
I wish I could give you a hug.
Me too.
I've started making arrangements. When will you arrive? Lucia? Lucia, are you still there?
I can't. I can't leave.
I understand.
I'll send money.
I'll take care of everything.
Please make sure it's a beautiful casket and that there's lots of flowers.
I will. Don't worry.
He loved his garden.
Yes. I spent some really good times with him. under the avocado tree.
His little plant grew into a tree?
Yes, a beautiful one. Every year it's loaded with fruit, and every year I'd help him pick the fruit and take it to the community center. He donated it all.
Ruben, I didn't know what I was giving up when I left.
He waited for you to come home. I think that hope is what kept him alive the last few years. Hoping to see you and Katya one more time.
I didn't know. I didn't understand. I didn't realize how much I stole from him.
Lucia, what do you want me to do with your father's things? With your things?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be able to come back.
I know he would want you to save at least his books and his pictures. Save his memories. Your memories.
Blackout. End of scene. Scene 9, 2004. Morning at the American consulate. The American flag and the framed picture of President George W. Bush are prominently displayed. A U.S. Marine standing close to the clerk's window. A much older Ruben is standing at the counter. A young, cheerful consular clerk is behind the glass.
Number?
343455. I received this letter to come today.
Yes, Mr. Garcia Martinez, we need to inform you that the Office of Immigration and Naturalization Services has ceased to exist. Now, all matters of immigration to the United States are being handled by the Office of Homeland Security.
What does that mean?
It means that your application is being transferred to Homeland Security, and I am going to assign you a new number. Let's see. Your file number is now 100391672.
I don't understand. That's a bigger number. Did I get pushed further down the waiting list?
No, nothing has changed. Your application is still in the same spot in the waiting list.
I've been waiting a long time.
Yes. Looking at your wait time, I suspect you're almost there.
Almost? What does that mean?
It means that we should update your file today to get you ready for a soon-to-come interview. Let's see. Do you have an updated health certificate?
I had one when I applied.
We need a current one in the file. It can't be over a year old. You must have a complete physical, and it must include an HIV test. Can you get that done?
I'll go to the hospital tomorrow.
Interpol clearance and National Police clearance certificates.
Yeah, I had those done when I applied.
Once again, they're too old. You need to get a current certificate. There's an additional FBI clearance, but that will be done internally.
Okay.
Has your civil status changed?
No.
Do you have a common law partner?
No.
Children?
None.
No children?
No.
We'll also need to see your tax filings for the last 5 years and a letter from your current employer.
Yeah. I'm self-employed.
Oh, I see here that when you applied, you listed a school as your employer. You're no longer working there.
No, I'm a taxi driver now.
Well, that is a bit of a problem. We need to have proof of financial resources. Self-employed does not make it. Do you have anybody in the United States that can guarantee for you? Somebody that can support you financially in the event that you can't?
Yeah, I have a good friend, Lucia Medina. She lives there.
Is Miss Medina gainfully employed?
Yes, she works.
Then Miss Medina has to write a letter on your behalf. She must state that she will be financially responsible for you in the event you are unable to support yourself.
Yeah, she won't have a problem doing that for me.
Okay, Mr. Garcia Martinez, you have a lot of work to do. When the time comes, the interview will be conducted here. It'll be a 3-hour interview.
Well, 3 hours?
It's a detailed interview. Be prepared to answer some very personal questions. Do you have any questions now?
No.
Oh, did I mention that your sponsor, this Miss Medina, she has to be a U.S. citizen? Is she a citizen?
I don't know.
If she's not a citizen, you'll have to find somebody else.
Oh. Okay.
Mr. Garcia Martinez, it's always a pleasure to work with people that do things the right way. On behalf of the United States of America, I thank you for your patience.
Ruben walks away from the window and sticks his manila envelope in the trash bin as he exits. Blackout. End of scene. Scene 10, 1997. Day, Lucia's apartment. Lucia is sitting in the living room looking at a picture of Don Francisco.
I miss you. I'm so sorry, Father.
Katya enters, carrying a backpack.
What's with the backpack? Are you going somewhere?
Away from this town.
What?
I'm leaving. I bought papers with the money I saved for the car.
You did what?
Got a driver's license and a social security card.
Katya, what are you doing? You're going to get in trouble.
You're worried I'm breaking the law? Really?
You're still a teenager. You can't just go. You're not 18.
17, 18, who cares? My new driver's license says I'm 21, legally an adult.
Katya, you're overreacting. You haven't thought this through. What about your future? College? Your dream to become a doctor? You have a scholarship.
Not anymore.
Katya hands Lucia an opened envelope.
What's this, from the university? What does it say? You know my English is bad.
They're taking back my scholarship.
What? Why?
It's only for citizens.
Oh, no. Is there anything we can do? Anybody we can talk to?
No.
Katya stuffs a few more items in her backpack.
There's got to be something we can do. They can't do this to you.
They can, and they have.
Katya, listen. We can do it. You can still go to the university, study. I'll help you with the tuition.
Be real. You could never afford to pay tuition.
I'll get a second job, and you can work after school. Take a second shift.
Lucia picks up a hollow statue of the Virgin and pulls $100 bills from the inside.
I've been putting aside a little money every month for you, for your education. This will help you get in. We can make it. You'll become a doctor.
Keep it. You worked hard for it.
It's for you, for us.
Mom, even if we somehow managed, I'd become a doctor that could never practice. What would be the point of that?
Mija, one day they'll pass that law that gives children like you papers. Just wait.
You're dreaming, Mom. It's not gonna happen.
Katya, you can't just give up.
And what do you suggest I do?
What about Henry? Are you leaving him too?
No. He already did that. He saved me the trouble.
He left you. Why?
Why? Because I can't lie like you. And because his father pointed out to him that no one has ever been elected to Congress with an illegal resident as a gardener. He'll never have a chance with the spouse.
I thought his parents liked you. Weren't you always helping him with his papers?
I guess he'll have to learn to do his own work now.
I thought he loved you.
He loved Katie, Mom.
Forget Henry. You're beautiful and bright.
Mom, stop!
You'll be a great doctor.
You don't get it, do you? A career? I'll never have that. I'll never be a doctor. I've accepted that. You have to learn to accept it too. My time in school was a dream.
You're young, and it all feels dark right now. But someday the tide will turn.
Turn? When will it turn, Mom? I've lived most of my life here. This is all I know. English is all I speak. But I will never be able to call this place my country. Why did you bring me here?
Katya, I did it for you. I wanted you to have a chance at a better life.
I wish you had it.
I wanted you to live without fear.
It's too hard to watch my friends get accepted to college. I'll be okay, Mom. Bye. For now.
Katya gives a rigid Lucia a goodbye hug and exits. Lucia sits on the sofa, burdened.
I cannot turn on the lights for you, Katya. I cannot protect you from the monsters of the night.
The lights dim on Lucia. Lights up on the avocado tree. Lights up on Lucia's apartment. An older Katya enters wearing a ready clean smock and carrying a lunchbox. The smock is a different color than what Lucia wore previously. Katya sets the lunchbox on the table and removes an avocado pit. Katya sets the pit on a pot and then sets the pot on the windowsill. Blackout. End of play.